How many times have you started a conversation with the same tired line, "Hi, how are you?" You've said it countless times, and no doubt you've heard it even more. But let's be honest, does it ever spark real connection? Does it create curiosity, attraction, or a moment worth remembering? Most of the time, it fades into routine, leaving the interaction flat and forgettable. The truth is, polite cliches don't open doors. They quietly close them. If you want to stand out, if you want to leave an impression that lingers, you need more than courtesy. You need presence. And that's exactly where ancient Stoic wisdom, modern psychology, and neuroscience intersect. In this video, we're diving into 4 simple but powerful words. 4 words that don't manipulate but instead awaken emotions, calm defenses, and naturally draw people closer to you. Stick with me until the very end, because I'll share a refreshing alternative to the boring, "Hi, how are you?" A phrase so unique, it can instantly transform the energy of any conversation. But first, make sure you're subscribed to Soft Sayings and connected with me. Now, let's dive in. Think about this. What if just a handful of words could shift the entire direction of a conversation? Not tricks, not empty phrases, but timeless expressions that instantly lower walls, spark curiosity, and make people want to lean in closer. These words don't just change how you speak, they transform how others feel in your presence. And when you understand them, you'll see why the most magnetic people in history, philosophers, leaders, even modern psychologists, have all leaned on these exact principles. So let's break them down one by one and uncover how just 4 words can make you unforgettable. Word 1, understand. At the core of "I understand you" is the word understand. Simple on the surface, but deeply transformative in practice. To understand is to offer someone one of the rarest human gifts, the feeling of being truly seen. Psychology shows that being understood is as essential as belonging or safety. When someone hears, "I understand you," their nervous system shifts. The brain's alarm center quiets down, and clarity takes its place. That's why people are drawn to those who provide understanding. It feels like relief, and relief, once felt, is magnetic. The Stoics knew this well. Epictetus reminded us, "First learn the meaning of what you say, then speak." To pause, to listen, and to understand before reacting, that is discipline. Next time someone is frustrated or vulnerable, look at them and say it slowly. "I understand you." Then pause. The silence itself gives weight, telling them, "You don't have to fight to be heard," and that moment bonds them to you. Word 2, sense. The magic in "that makes sense to me" lies in sense. It shows you've not only heard someone, but truly absorbed and respected their reasoning. Unlike blind agreement, sense reflects understanding. Psychologists call this emotional mirroring. By saying something makes sense, you confirm their effort to explain themselves was not wasted. Social psychology's shared reality theory explains why. We feel closest to those who validate our view of the world. This tiny phrase aligns you with someone, creating trust. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Be tolerant with others, strict with yourself." Saying "that makes sense" is tolerance in action, but be specific. Instead of vaguely saying, "that makes sense," add detail. "That makes sense to me because I see how you came to that conclusion." Specificity turns words into a mirror, and mirrors create closeness. Word 3, right. In your right, the power lies in the word right. Every human being craves validation, even the most confident among us. Saying "you're right" is not about giving up your stance, it's about showing respect. Confirmation bias tells us people warm to those who affirm their perspective. By acknowledging truth in someone else's point, you don't lose influence, you gain it. Imagine a heated discussion. Instead of pushing harder, you pause and say, "You're right about that." The energy shifts immediately, their guard drops and the tension melts. Seneca reminded us, it is the power of a great mind to acknowledge the truth no matter where it comes from. To say "you're right" is strength, not weakness. It shows maturity, the ability to value truth over ego, and people trust those who don't always need to win. Word 4. Listen. The final word is listen. At the heart of "I'm listening" lies one of the rarest and most magnetic gifts you can give, your full attention. In our noisy world, genuine listening is scarce. Research shows people retain only about a quarter of what they hear, which is why listening deeply is so powerful. What is rare becomes valuable. Looking someone in the eye and saying, "I'm listening," tells them, "You matter right now." Psychology shows this fulfills our core need to belong. Neuroscience even reveals that being truly listened to activates the brain's reward system, similar to receiving a gift. The Stoics valued listening as discipline. Zeno famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." True listening makes you unforgettable. Why? Because while appearance might capture attention, it's presence that sustains connection. To listen is to create safety, and safety is the foundation of trust, attraction, and genuine connection. These 4 words, understand, sense, right, listen, aren't tricks. They are timeless tools that calm, connect, and draw people closer simply because they make others feel valued. So let's circle back to where we started. Most conversations begin with the lifeless script. "Hi, how are you?" It's polite, yes, but it rarely sparks anything memorable. Now you know there's a far better way. Here's the alternative I promised. Instead of, "Hi, how are you?" try saying, "Tell me something good." It's unexpected, refreshing, and instantly shifts the energy. Instead of a routine reply, people pause, think, and share something meaningful. That's the difference between ordinary and unforgettable. And once that door is open, remember the 4 words: understand, sense, right, and listen. These are not hacks. They are timeless principles backed by philosophy and science, reminding us that influence isn't about speaking more. It's about speaking what matters. If this video gave you a new perspective, let me know in the comments which of these 4 words resonated most with you. Don't forget to subscribe to Mental Dose and join our Telegram community so you never miss the wisdom that helps us live, connect, and grow with clarity. Because at the end of the day, true connection isn't about chasing, it's about awakening. And awakening begins with the right words, spoken at the right time.